Oh, is that silver? Or is it iron? Iron. Yeah, definitely need to change. Well, I think these hunting and having to skin animal quests, I think I'm probably going to avoid on release. Not sure if anyone's done the bear cave one yet, but get 10 people waiting for the bear, to, and only one of you can skin it to get the crash reward. Seems stupid. They've got to change that. I know it's old school, but holy smokes. Hey, mate. Occasionally, you can increase your capacity by bags. I need to get myself another bag, but people are charging a lot for bags. For I think it's an extra 50. Let's have a look. Yeah, you unlock as you level and do quests. You unlock extra bag slots. I'll get another one at 45. Let's see what bags. Magic bags. Yeah, quite expensive. Cheapest bag is 420. So bags looks like a. I was going to say it looks like a good way of making money, but there's a lot of people selling bags. 420 gold for a bag slot. I think you can make them yourself, so I think I'd probably just try and make it myself. One of the things that like for whatever town's going to be my main town, one of the things that I do is upgrade. You can upgrade your storage in a town. Just chuck everything in there. Don't know why I've got those. But you can, I mean, you can certainly carry a lot around before you have to come back. The thing with this game is that, I really like the gathering, which is unusual. The quest's going to refresh in a minute. I just want to get to 35 to see if I can do the next faction quest to increase my standing. Good thing as well is if you stick everything in your stash. I wonder where you make bags. Let's go and find out. See if I can make myself a bag yet. If you stick everything in your stash, if you just go to any workstation, then it automatically takes everything from your stash, so you don't have to carry the stuff around if you want to make something. Let's check to see how would you make bags? Outfitting station. Coarse leather bag. Determines perk. Okay. Minor rune of holding. Let's see if I can make myself a bag before we. I think the rune of holding is quite expensive, and I'm kind of saving up my faction points. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that. I don't like. I've probably. I mean, between the alpha, between the preview last year and beta, I've played like well over 100 hours, and I'm not even remotely bored in any way. And there's tons of things I still want to do. So I guess it depends on like the one issue I have of it is that the combat is extremely repetitive. Because of the amount of skills you get access to, and they're all quite similar in a way. Like I was using spear yesterday, I'm using hammer today, and obviously the weapon looks different, the animations are different, but like hammer skills are run up, either stun or knock someone over, then whack them when they're on the floor, blah blah blah. And it was the same with spear, run up, trip them up, finish them off quick. The combat is the only thing that I found a bit. Minor rune of holding. 1,000. Oh, that's okay. 1,000 creds. 250 gold. Okay. Let's make ourselves a bag. Yeah, I mean, as far as staying power, though, I think so. Like, I'm not bored with levelling, even though I'm not that keen on the combat. I haven't bought a house yet. I want to do all the crafting, think the only thing, as I said, like the combat is repetitive. People might get bored of the quest because the quests can be quite repetitive as well. Silver bag. Make a bag out of void metal. What the hell does that do? So I need some steel ingots. I could use void metal and steel. I couldn't use iron, and I couldn't use. Just gonna make a load of ingots then, I guess. How many did we need? More than that, wasn't it? Was it 7 more we needed? Right, one more steel ingots. I think we can make a bag now, I'm not sure. Continue to craft. I should probably try and increase my skill by making loads of silver ingots, but I haven't... It doesn't matter now, does it? Sometimes the town board quests require you to have the raw resource. I'll make them anyway. Okay. Good call though, Trish. I've been thinking about making my own bag, so it gave me the impetus to do it there. Was it here? Must be, mustn't it? Nice. So we haven't got any. You can put perks on, which is quite nice. We haven't got any of those. You can add as off, which very high chance of getting a perk. How much as off have I got altogether? I'm not interested in a perk at the moment. Oh, nice. That added over 100 income. Thanks for that, Trish. That's brilliant. Added over 100 encumbrance. Well, yeah, because yeah, you what happens is you get like a bag slot opens up per level, and then if you put a bag slot into the slot, it increases your encumbrance. You don't put stuff in separate bags though. You've still got like just one total inventory essentially. Still didn't push me over. Let's store this stuff. So I think my next faction quest is at 35, so I just need to do just one of these board quests. I definitely need any resources for this. Let's go and check it out. Fertilizer. Excellent name. I'm going to need some resources for this. Oh, cool. Oh, nice. Is that a level up? Ah, got level 35. Okay. You've unlocked second house. I haven't got a first house yet. Um, yeah, I think that's mainly because the town the town faction board quests things were quite lucrative from an experience point of view. So everyone was just doing those as a way of leveling up. But they nerfed that on a patch yesterday, so I think there's less people doing it than there was. I don't know. Let's put these points up here. Those of Chieves. Okay, so can we now do... Okay, let's go and do a syndicate advancement. I need to go to Weaver's Fen. I think I'm going to fast travel there. I like Weaver's Fen zone. It's got a bit of a kind of Hammer horror vibe to it. Loads of quests here actually. I should do... Wow. Let's do some questing. Oops. Okay, go here. Kill this, do that. Fine. This Black Army of Hungary company have done a lot of work on this server, in the sense that they did control, I think, two or three areas at one point. Okay, so people are falling ill, and we need to go and help them out. Okay. Yes, I want to advance in rank. Oh, loads of XP. Recommended level 40. What? Why do they give you the quest at 35? Harvest flesh. Harvest lost flesh from swamp water lost. Okay, well, we'll go and try that. So this is what I like about the game. Is just the loop. So I've picked up my quests. It tells me where to go. Quite often it is literally in a loop, and I come back round to town again. And that's it. But there are other random quests on the board. Oh, so this quest starts in town. So it goes to one of the house locations first. It's interesting. It's like Ghostbusters. Follow the trail of ectoplasm. Okay. Have I got any territories? No, not much territory standing here so far. Let's go for XP gain. You can still go there and trade and craft, but if you're part of the same faction, then you get like discounts and bonuses and stuff for using that town. Although that so what happens is so the faction are like NPC factions. I'm part of the syndicate, which is purple. And companies within those syndicates can take over the settlement. So the Black Army of Hungary, who are the same syndicate as me, same faction as me, control this this settlement. And they set taxes and stuff for crafting. There was a big outrage yesterday because Black Army of Hungary set everything up super high. I think they were trying to initiate a war, but, you know, people were annoyed at that. But there's a war coming up, so this company are attacking the Black Army of Hungary. Upcoming war, doesn't tell you when. Maybe it doesn't. I can't. Oh. Okay, so siege starts at 9 PM Central European time. I'm assuming that is too late for me. You can sign up to join in, I guess. But Black Army of Hungary is a big company, so I guess they've got loads of people anyway. So these guys are going to try and take over the settlement, essentially. But you do get discounts if your faction, if a company from your faction is in charge of a settlement. So yeah, it's quite good. And you can join in on those, and it's like a 50v50 instance battle for control of the settlement. But I've been to towns where my faction doesn't control it, and you can do everything there. It just probably makes more sense to do it in one where. Oh, hello. Is that a gatherable? Oh yes. Bumble Blossom. That's new. I've never had that one before. Sweet. Ah, look at that. Do I need to defeat this dude? Maybe. Oh, that was handy. I turned up just as someone was fighting. Nice. What is that? Pole de boar. He smokes. That's quest done. I just love the atmosphere. The atmosphere of the game is amazing. These shipwrecks are awesome. Okay, quest done. Where next? Okay, it's asking me to kill some named mobs at the moment, which is interesting. I don't... Will I drown here? It's quite possible. There's no swimming, you see, so... Oops, is my head going to go under the water? Yeah. You can't move there. Thanks for that. I think a guy just prevented me from drowning. So, yeah. Whoever controlling this faction needs to build a bloody bridge then, don't they? Oh! Bubble blossom. Surely I can get across here. For me, more than a running between crafting stations sim, it's definitely like a collector. It's something like a collectible sim. Oh, oil, nice. Not sure if you can hear the game sounds anymore. I tried mucking around to see with my OBS settings, but okay, let's get to the quest. Where are we? Let's go around there. Ah, okay, mate. I don't know what the hell's going on. I'll have to. I don't know. Ooh. Okay, it looks like this little abandoned village is our spot. Okay, defeat Gilgut lost. Wowzer. Can we do some AoEing here or what? Let's have a look. Oh well, not many. Not much. I hate these guys. No. Show you a different weapon. Not that you probably find it much different. There you go. Oh, hello. That one. Wake up. I did play Shadowbane back in the day. Yeah, bloody hell, that's a blast from the past. Okay, well that's that quest done. These type mobs are quite good for farming, for grinding your weapon experience, but not with those ones that explode. They're super annoying. Where now? Number 3. There's loads of book things to read, storytelling, that kind of stuff. I didn't get into Shadowbane too much though. I did play it. Ultra Online was the last time I really did any serious role playing. You get resistances as well, so not sure if you can see it clearly here, but my damage to this mob's got a little arrow pointing up. Oh, hello. Which means that it's yeah, not resistant to the damage. No, the arrow pointing up means I'm doing more damage than. And if you get an arrow pointing down, it means that the mob's resistant to the type of damage you're doing. Okay. Wow. Wowza. What is that? I think one of my quests might be up there. There's a ton of stuff to be doing when you're running around, which is why I keep talking about the gameplay loop side of it. I'm just kind of skipping through a lot of it because I'm streaming and, you know, everything gets wiped in 2 days. Oh, what's this? River Crest. Nice. What is our quest then? I'm drawn to new gatherables like a magpie. Is that a quest? Oh, this looks like it might be void metal, which I'm pretty sure I've got no chance of being able to mine. Star metal, holy smokes. Oh, it's dead dudes. Okay. Whew, bloody hell. I guess as you would expect. I wasn't prepared there to say that skeletons are resistant to slashing damage. Who would have thought? Archers seem to do a ton of damage as well. I bet they're not resistant to bludgeoning damage, though. No, they're not. That's a big plus. That's a big thumbs up for the bludgeoning damage. Well, storage. I don't think I'm going to do any crafting here, but if you're a fan of 4, there's definitely a 4 vibe to to the hammer. Ah, quest. I think we're coming out of location. Let's do this quest first. Then we'll go back that way. The healing's quite interesting. A couple of neat little ideas. You get this I'm assuming, is he going to fight them? I don't know. You get this little there's a musket player if you want to see some musket work. Quite like the musket. Yeah, one of the abilities, you shoot an orb thing on a mob, and basically it heals, so it's healing this guy. So yeah, so it just heals basically. Follows the mob around for a little while. It's quite nice. You got some AoE healing. There's different foods as well. I'm not sure if I said that before, but there's foods that you eat increase your mana regen, your life regen. There's food you can eat to increase your gathering skills and all that kind of stuff. So we just need to kill 3 more guardians, then we can there's quite a lot of mob tagging as well, so if you want like credit for a kill, you can just tag a mob that someone else is fighting. Up you get, fella. I'm sorry. You just laid down. You're probably a bit weary. There you go. If I'm telling you stuff you already know, just please say. But like your weapons are tied to your attributes. So basically, the more you increase your strength, the more damage you do with these weapons. Hello. I was planning on... Hey, mate, that's good timing. Oh, Azov Vial, nice. I'll just go down here and show you. I don't think we get anything spawn here. I should use an Azov Vial, maybe. Nice. Is that 100 as off? Holy smokes. So I've kind of gone for a bit of a hybrid build, like healing, strength, with a bit of constitution. What I probably should do really is, like, healing's not saying that I didn't almost die a little while ago, but when you're out in the world, healing's not essential. It's not too difficult to make your own healing potions. You can make regeneration potions. Like your food, if you use food, so like if I use this food, I get 100 health per second for 20 seconds. That's a lot of recovery. So you can just keep eating food if you want to. You can put a camp down so you can rest at your camp to get your hit points back. So you don't really need healing. I did go and heal a dungeon, so that was kind of why I've been running focus. Focus increases your healing. The life staff is the only thing that scales off of focus at the moment. What I should probably do is respec, put all my points into strength pretty much, just to DPS stuff down quicker, because that's there are times where I thought, oh, I'm glad I got the healing bubble. But if I'm not going to be healing any dungeons between now and how much it costs to respec? Yeah, I should probably respec and put less points in focus, really. We'll leave it as it is for now. But yeah, basically the more points you put into a stat, the better these weapons are. Dex is obviously spear, musket, bow. Some of them do crossover, so intelligence increases your rapier and musket damage a little bit. People are hoping that they put another focus weapon on, so if you want to be a healer, you can also just concentrate on focus. Healing can be quite OP, so maybe that's why they've been reluctant to include a weapon that scales off of focus as well. You can. There are gems that allow you to do some sort of hybrid as well. So my axe has got an amber gem in. If you look at where it says, can you see that where it says Arboreal 2? So 30% of damage on my axe is converted to nature damage, and that damage then scales off of the base weapon stat or focus, whichever is higher. But it's only some people are kind of giving out this information where they said that just put this focus gem in and your axe damage scales off focus. Well, not all of it does. It's only that 30%, but that helps, you know. So when I use that axe, which I'll put in, 30% of the axe's damage is now scaling off of my focus, and I think the other 70%, I think is still scaling off of strength. So, yeah, I think those gems, the amber gems that I'm using, you can get up to 50%. So I'll be more efficient when I get a higher level amber gem. So 50% of my damage is scaling off focus. Our next quest is up there. This is the trial of the Chronicler quest, which is what I've been wanting to do. So yeah, you can do some hybrid builds, but they're just a bit weaker. Oh, hello. So weirdly, this quest it recommended level 40. I haven't seen any level 40 mobs here, but maybe over at this location there, like elite type mobs or something. Oh, this is 38. Maybe it's just telling you, maybe it wants you to be over leveled so you don't have a problem with it. I mean, these mobs are higher level than me, and I feel like I'm doing fairly decent damage, although the skeletons are resistant to slashing, which is fair enough. But like if I if I respec my stats and just put tons into strength, our spear scales off. So when you get these things like spear, the second stat is always less. So the spear scales off of dex primarily, but it also scales off of strength, like to a lesser degree. So yeah, it kind of allows you to do some hybrid builds. When you're playing DPS like dex, so you might as well just put everything into dex and something to con, I guess, for survivability. Ah, okay. Oh, these are level 40 elite. Holy smokes. Well, I think I can kill them. It's going to be slow. I don't think I want to take on two at once though. And we will definitely be using some healing. Let's see how this one goes. Double healing bubble, then smack. Oof, holy smokes. Oof. Wow, okay. I think one at a time is probably the order of the day there. How many do I need to... Ah, it wasn't even one of the mobs. Harvest lost flesh. Okay. Oh, hello. Easy kill. Oh, no. I was about to say easy kill. Hang on. Ugh. Sorry, I'm not even in the right location. Oh, jeez. All right, all right. Holy moly. I'll leave him to it. Not even in the right location. Oh, look at this. He's still chasing me, that mob, is he? Yeah. Retreat. Come on, that's it. It's a gatherer's dream, this little bit here. So we might do a bit less damage, but let's try a hammer. It's got more crowd control. So it's definitely not these mobs, I don't think. People, this is, have a look on the map. Yeah. So these locations, where you got elite mobs, people use these to grind their weapon skill. Just get a group come here because you get more weapon XP for killing these mobs. There's a popular one in a lower level one, level 25. Ah, jeez. It's an old church. Where is it then? Let's go around this location. It's an old church there. Some churches generally contain bosses and names sometimes, but I think these are a bit too high for me, really. Not worth the bother. Jeez, this place is surrounded. Holy smokes. I know I'm being overcautious here, but I just don't want to pull any of these mobs. It's more trouble than it's worth. Hey Don, yeah. Smacking things full style. There we go, that's better. So this quest was recommended level 40, so it might be... Let's see what sort of mobs we've got. Level 37, okay. Ah, they're just normal dudes. That's alright then. No problemo. Oh, it's loot. That's good. That's good. Oh, no. Not that. No, no, not you. Jeez. Oh, if you insist. Lol. Hey Becqua, how you doing? Hope you're all well, those just joined. I was going to do a video about this actually, Don. The problem with combat I'm having is that it's incredibly repetitive. It's the only thing that I say I don't like about the game. Like I think I said in a previous video, combat is just, for me, it's just about doing quests and then moving on. I mean, like the hammer, for example, I love the weight of it. I love the animations. It feels nice. It sounds nice. But you only, like, you know, I'm sure you already know all this, but each weapons tree only kind of has 6 active abilities. Some of those abilities are not always like hitting things. They could be something else. But basically, wherever I'm playing a hammer, I'm not going to do any damage with this, so you'd have to excuse me. But like, obviously it's a spear. The animations are different. It sounds different and stuff. But your combat rotation is kind of the same. It's just like tripping mobs over. And when your abilities are on cooldown, you kind of just spam attacks really. Which I understand, you know, because I mean the thing is the game was going to be PvP focused, like completely. So what we kind of have is a PvP focused combat system, kind of shoehorned into a. Oh, what happened there? Hang on, I can't use. There. Let me just do this fight. Sorry. Excuse me. Still need 6 of those. So yeah, kind of what you kind of have is a. I mean, I've been watching PvP videos on YouTube, and they're amazing. Like watching a PvP battle between two evenly matched players is awesome. And this kind of like quickly flipping between weapons, you've only got 3 abilities, seems to work perfectly in PvP. Although people have been complaining about the whole stagger thing and stuff. But in PvE, it kind of feels really limited. Like my kind of like weapon rotation, whatever melee weapon you're using, the weapon rotation feels quite similar. So if I change the sword and shield, it's kind of about, again, it's about using your 3 skills to incapacitate and do as much damage to the mob as you can before you swap weapon, kind of thing. Yeah, it's okay. It's fast paced and stuff, but after you've killed over 1,000 mobs with a weapon rotation, and there isn't really anything you can change it to because you're limited in skills. Yeah, it does kind of start to feel a bit limited and a bit very repetitive. But as I said, I think that's because they're trying to shoehorn a combat system primarily designed for PvP. I'm not sure how they would balance it, because you can do open world PvP as well. But what I would quite like is for them to maybe do maybe create a tree for each weapon that is PvE focused. I'm not sure if I'm saying anything that what I'm saying is making any sense. I'll tell you what is a good example. Like I was quite excited to try the Ice Gauntlet because I was kind of thinking in an EverQuest perspective where there'd be lots of holding and crowd control and stuff. And while there is crowd control, like the Ice Gauntlet is a weapon that's clearly been designed around PvP, because all the crowd control only lasts a few seconds. And again, I can understand it. I'm not complaining about that for any PvPers watching, you know. But yeah, it just means that even the Ice Gauntlet, which people are talking about being a fairly CC centric weapon, is not really in PvP. It's not, but PvE it's not, because the CC doesn't only last a couple of seconds, you know. So yeah, I like the aesthetic of the weapons. Like I love the hammer animations and the sounds and stuff, but I've done a lot of weapon swapping to try different things out, and I was using a spear mostly yesterday for my session. And although the model looks different and the sounds are different and stuff, it's just very similar rotation wise. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see. Yeah, it is interesting to see what they do. As I said, I'm wondering if from a PvE aspect, if it would be worth them creating a separate skill tree. and somehow being able to implement that. I'm not sure if they will, but being able to implement that, so maybe you can only use it in PvE. But then what do you do if you're running around in the world and you just come across someone who's flagged PvP or flagged PvP? Do you lock out that skill tree? Don't know. But what you see now, I mean, this is the rotation for a hammer, essentially. The hammer does have 3 other skills, but they're all pretty much the same, you know. Like, there's another one that knocks down. There's another one that quite similar to this one, and it does like a damage leading out from you. There's this single target skill that penetrates armor. Yeah, but if you choose to play a hammer, your rotation is pretty much going to be this for the thousands and thousands of mobs that you kill. Yeah, I mean, I'm. Oh, some nice heavy boots there we found. I mean, what I could do is use 2 strength-based weapons. So I could go through my rotation with my axe and then swap to the hammer. So yeah, I mean, that's a little bit more interesting. Oh, actually, what did I do there? That didn't work, did it? Where's my hammer? Yeah, so axe has kind of got a bit more of a... Axe is a bit more DPS-y. There's just like there seems to be like a single target DPS tree and a AoE tree. So you could certainly kind of make the combat a bit more interesting for yourself. So if I pull a couple of mobs, if I do like CC hammer, then we switch to... That didn't actually do anything because I missed them. And I pressed the wrong skill. So I could do CC, then switch to axe. That didn't work out. That was about as smooth as a sandpaper, that was. You get the idea. So you've got 6 attack skills. You could switch between hammer and axe, I guess. Makes it a bit more interesting. Ah, I hate the wretches. So annoying. Jesus Christ. Let's see if we can do it this time. So if we try and CC these mobs, didn't work, so they dodged, switch weapon. You get the idea. He's flagged PvP, this guy, because of the red icon. He's got a... so we could fight him if we were flagged PvP as well. He's got like a... He's using axe spear, which is quite interesting because... spear does scale from... strength set as a secondary, so that's not a bad choice. What I've seen a lot of players do though, and you're kind of surprised that when you see a PvP, you kind of think they're not a noob. Like maybe he's got it for aesthetic, but I guess if he's heavy armor, it doesn't. If he's heavy armor, it doesn't matter. But unless you're using the sword and shield tree, you don't get any bonuses from wearing a shield, and the shield just increases your encumbrance. But if he's running heavy armor anyway, it doesn't matter. So that's quite interesting. Yeah, so he's I guess he's using a spear. He's probably full strength, using a spear as a secondary. Interesting. Outside of the a lot of people have been using little bug there. It's been showing showing my um, hammer as being a selector, but it wasn't. Yeah, a lot of people have been doing this kind of like paladin type build. So the healing healing staff plus a weapon is quite popular, because although you can use potions to regain your health and food, you don't want to keep spamming food and whatnot. So yeah. Oh, so we've got to go. So, okay, we've done that. So we've got to go down here. Okay, let's go. I don't want to run through that location with all the elites. Yeah, there's like you can opt into P. So that guy's running around doing PvP all the time. Which if you want to do that, you can. Or you can only do PvP. Like you can join a company and like do a territory takeover. That takes you into an instance where you do PvP. But yeah, you don't have to. I think that's kind of what I was saying about the weapons and the combat system. I think initially the game was going to be everyone was PvP all the time. I can't pass by that without picking it up. Yeah, you can opt in and out though. If you fancy, you can go to a town, opt in. You have to be at a town to opt in, I think. Yeah, so you can go to a town, turn on PvP, come out again, go back and turn it off again. I'm not sure if you can turn it off in the world or not. I've got loads of quests here to pick up around the map, but I want to unlock. Carberg Plagueist. Okay. Yeah, when you see like someone looking at me, they'll see my level icon will just be, I can't remember what colour it is when you're not. I think it's yellow. But if you find someone who's red, yeah, then they're just PvP. So if they come across someone else who's red but from a different faction, then you can fight them. I think if you're the same faction, you don't fight. Although you can duel your own faction. God, go away. It's this quest I was going to pick up earlier, but then completely forgot about it. Or maybe not. Let's see what they want. Okay, let's do this quest. She wants me to go back that way. I'm sorry, I'll do it after. Yeah. Grinding my resource gathering skills definitely going to be a priority on release. bypassing shinies and not being able to gather them is not good. Oh, there's a 2-star fishing spot here. Let's check it out. I mean, yeah, the atmosphere, like, of the game visually, it's just absolutely stunning. I can't look at that. I get rid of my UI. That's a great screenshot, standing there with your hammer, looking up at whatever that is. That is, I don't know what that is. Should we go on a little adventure? I'm assuming it's just crawling with Skellingtons. We'll see. At the very least, we'll die. Well, the worst ways we'll die. At the very least, we will get a good view. I think I've been up here before, actually. Yeah, I think I came here before. Let's go through here and see. Oh, two-shotted that dude. I quite like the resistance thing, the way it works. It's just very simple. Like, Skellingtons take more damage with blunt, less damage with slashing. Old-fashioned D&D styly rather than overcomplicating things. I love the moonlight as well, shining on the environment. Okay, enough of that. Let's go and do the quest. Ah, proper dude. Here we go. Proper fight. Maybe. Yeah, so look at the yellow bar he's got there. Yellow bar, he's kind of like his stamina. And you can... So when he's got full stamina, he'll block a lot. But when it runs out, you kind of break his stamina. So you're fighting against those kind of mobs. I think they are the real life seagulls, yeah. Fighting against those mobs, the game kind of feels like Dark Souls. I love Dark Souls, and I think that's kind of... The people who were disappointed in the combat, I think, were kind of expecting a bit more Dark Souls-y. So fights against, like, silver and gold elite mobs, whatever you want to call them, is a bit more interesting. And if you like tanking, I will say that the sword and shield is quite a strategic weapon as well. Maybe one of the most strategic. And I did run through the first expedition, which is like this equivalent of dungeons, where you got all elite mobs. And yeah, I had someone in the group who was tanking the sword and shield, and that was quite strategic. So the expeditions, I think, from a tanking and a healing point of view, are quite strategic actually. that's where the game feels a bit more like Dark Souls, if that's your bag. Yeah, it's a shame because the sound work in the game is some of the best sounds I've ever heard in a game. Unfortunately, for some reason, my combination of DAC that I'm using plus OBS, like when I play the game, it works fine, but when I'm streaming, no one can hear the game sounds, which is obviously annoying. Now, this looks interesting. What have I got with me? Okay, like what I'll do, just for you guys, is I'll spend some gold to respec. So I'll show you some different gameplay. Let's go Dex-based gameplay, shall we? Because I know that Beckway, you like Dex-based gameplay. So up to a certain point, respecking is free up to level 20. I've got strength and focus gear, so that's right though, because the spear does still. But let's increase our dex a bit, and we'll do some dex gameplay. The dex weapons like the rapier, the rapier. I'm trying to sound French there. I think the rapier and the spear. I do need to put some hit points on actually. Yeah, the rapier and the spear is quite a bit. It feels a bit more finesse. And you got the bow. I've only got a musket, so I'll use my musket. Not as much dex I would like because all of my gear is strength based. So I've got 47 strength from items there. Maybe I've got some dex gear. Maybe actually. No. Oh, there we go. I've got a dex set on me. No. Dex con? Yeah, why not? Musketeer's hat. Oh, I've got a set of dex equipment on me, so that one's even better. Oh, okay, so what's that? Dex 124 now. Nice. Okay, so let's change weapons. What's my best musket? I like the musket gameplay. We'll do spear. I'll show you the rapier. I haven't leveled the rapier very high though, so there's not really a huge amount. That's probably increased my dex even more. Whoa, nice. Okay. I've got some bullets. That's good. I like the musket, but musket had a feign death skill. But they took it out, unfortunately. So the way musket works is it's got a let's have a look. Musket. You've got sharpshooter and trapper. It's the same as the other weapons. You know, I think with a musket you've even got less options for attacks. So trapper is good. You throw down a. I thought there's someone attacking me there. Musket. Oh, jeez. I don't know where this guy came from. Yeah, obviously with a musket you want to... so there's a skill there called powder burn which puts a little dot on. As you can see, I've got like a big bang skill. This guy seems resistant to those attacks. You can fire from the hip as well. There we go. Don't know where he came from. What I really needed to do was I haven't put anything into traps yet, so you kind of lay a trap, shoot stuff, runs towards you, gets trapped, keep shooting. Well, I don't know if I mentioned this yet or if you're aware, but a lot of the damage and stuff comes from like passives. So this is powder burn, which does 110% weapon damage, and it does 20% weapon damage per second for 9 seconds, and you can, if I do a headshot with powder burn, increases the duration to 13 seconds, which we will do now. So powder burn headshot. Don't know how I missed that. So with musket, I've mainly gone into DPS tree. I think probably picking the trap early on might be a good idea. There's a skill here that lets you kneel down, and you get not very good with these mobs because they charge in quite quickly. Let's move forward and do that quest. The thing with musket, if you're playing it right, is that like musket can hit from mile. Oh, water cleared. There's a war tonight at 8 PM. Musket can hit from miles away. So once you've got your trap, you should be able to burn a mob down easily. It's interesting. Is this where the quest is? Looks like it. Yeah, musket's got a huge range, so you should be able to burn it down from a distance. Depending how quick the mob moves, but I haven't got the thing is, what you would normally do if you weren't so when you use 2 weapons to kill a mob, it splits the experience. Oh, hello. What's he doing? And if you kill the mob with just your 1 weapon, you get full experience. Okay, they're the mobs that we needed. Cool. So yeah, you don't need to just kill it with your musket. When I'm leveling up a weapon, I just try and kill stuff with that weapon if possible. We'll probably have to flip here because what the hell is that? Dr. Pringles, how you doing, man? Hope you're well. I'm trying to find something miles away that doesn't fly towards me. He's dead. I like this skill. I'm not sure what it's called. Shooter's stance. So you go down on your knee and you can shoot 3 quick shots. You can upgrade it to 5 shots. If 3 consecutive shots hit the same target, reduce all other musket cooldowns by 25%. Musket is apparently good in siege warfare. Just picking off the enemy from afar. What? I've got a cooldown that not a cooldown. I've got a passive. So if I keep aiming down my sight, to attack something. Like if it's a headshot, he does more damage for each shot. All that kind of malarkey. Right, this is an interesting location. The lighting, as well as the environmental sounds, which I know you can't hear, are very cool as well. I've got the brightness in the game turned up so you can see it, because it's a bit dark on OBS otherwise. But yeah, if I turn the brightness down to what it should be, it's yeah, gorgeous looking. Yeah, musket damage scales purely off a deck, so just, yeah, the higher decks you get, the more damage you do. It's very simple in that regard, like uncomplicated. A bit like the gathering and the crafting and stuff as well. I think what they're planning on doing is there are other weapons. Someone did some data mining. Don't know why I didn't block that. And apparently there's a musket coming, musket weapon. It might be quite good if it's like a shorter range. So open with your a pistol. So open with your musket, change to your pistol. There's a mace, one-handed mace, I think, which people are hoping is like a focus-based weapon, so you can kind of play like a priest character. Jeez. That's a 50-year-old's aim for you. Right there. I've got a headshot there. No dual wielding, but that's something else that people are hoping is going to come. Now there's a boss mob up here. Oh, hello. Okay. There's a boss up here. Master Fisherman Holt. Okay. Who also thinks I'm going to have to kill that mob when I've completed this quest. Let's get the skin that we need. Let's get the flesh that we need. Yeah, we'll try. I think we're probably going to have to kill him in a sec. He might be the final part of the quest. I'll try and... I'm not sure if you can see. The animations are great. So you got like one where you lean on your spear and kick, which is like stuns them. You got a sweep. The sweep is like AoE in front of you, so it will knock all the mobs over. No, we haven't got to kill him. We've got to go to a different location. Oh, I love the game. The only slight negative for me is I'm finding the combat just a little bit repetitive. Must go on finding all this dex-based leather armor by the looks of it. Yeah, I'm just finding the combat slightly repetitive. There's only 6 skills per weapon, so it's fine at first, but after you've killed like the 1000th mob, pretty much using the same rotation, it just gets a bit tiresome. And the overworld combat, like the mobs and stuff, are not very easy to kill. Like you can generally, if you're assuming that you've spec'd into a weapon's particular stat, then yeah, you can generally burn. I mean, these mobs are at a higher level than more. This one's not, but yeah, so you can pretty much kill a mob. I think these guys are slightly resistant to the spear, but yeah, you can kind of kill one out, kill a mob that's out in the landscape in one rotation. Talking about it earlier, I don't know. I think I said it's like as the game was primarily going to be a PvP game. Where are we going now? That's right up there. Okay. You know, they're kind of fitting a PvP combat system into a PvE game, really. But it's fine, you know. I mean, I just see the combat as something that I do to complete quests, essentially. I love everything else, like exploring the world. I like the gameplay loops, like the gathering. Yeah, so combat's kind of serviceable. I mean, it's fun at first, you know, because the animations are really cool. It's funny that they stun themselves, those mobs. Another faction point. Gathering speed, I guess. You can flip between two weapons as well, you know. So open up your musket, switch to your spear. Like the volumetrics particularly are just amazing. Oops, he's a silver dude, this one. Close combat musket work. Probably not the most... yeah, this mob's resistant to piercing damage, so we're not doing... Wow, we just found an epic. That's my first purple. Holy smoke. Epic spear. Actually not as good as the one I'm currently using. Which is disappointing, but it does have some, oh actually, let's use that. It does have some perks on it. What's it got? 9% damage after receiving 3 hits. When you kill something, gain stamina. You gain 1% of your damage as health. Oh, nice. Epic spear. I think the perks make up for it, hopefully. Look at those god rays through there. I think I might have some int gear as well on me, so I'll show you some ice gauntlet as well in a minute. Let's see. That's what I love. The thing I love the most about this game is that I came here specifically to do a quest this morning, and I'm still doing the quest because there's all these things that occupy your mind as you're running around doing the quest. I'm not going to do his quest at the moment. I'm trying to do this syndicate faction quest so I can increase my standing. Like faction stuff is good. Faction equipment, you can spend your faction points on faction equipment, which is quite a good. You know, it's quite good for leveling, so it means you don't have to worry about buying equipment or making it if you don't want to. Let's turn these quests in. That guy is literally sending us back to the location he sent us to originally, I think, to carry on the quest. There's quite a lot of that annoys people, so... Yes, it is. Level 49 dude there. Okay. Let me just show you the faction person if you haven't seen it yet. I should have picked up some quests, but that's just more quests to do. Yeah, so you get faction points for doing faction quests. This is another way of levelling up. And you can use your faction points to buy this stuff. And it goes up in tiers. So I did the Scrivener quest, which increased my level. I'm just doing the Chronicler quest now. So I'll be able to buy even better stuff. Is this level 35? Yeah, this stuff's level 35. Oh, look at that musket. 19 decks. Woo! Nice. Gem setting pins. Oh, nice. Six in 10 focus. Yeah, so you could use this priest stuff in focus to create a little magey type thing, a healer. What's the ice gauntlet like? Yeah, in focus. Okay. I might try that when I do this. Maybe we'll try an imp build next. I'll show you the ice gauntlet. We haven't finished the quest, that is. Oh, jeez, Bob. No, that's not it. Right, it's up there. Okay, let's head straight north to that quest. There's a couple of things I'm wondering. You can get a dog pet for your house if you want. Although it's quite weird because anyone can buy this house. It's instanced. But this person's obviously got a dog. So you can see that person's dog outside even though it's instanced. That's quite weird. Yeah, is it like, I don't know if you were here before, but like healing and tanking. I healed a group in an expedition, which is like a single group kind of like raidy dungeon thing, and yeah, like the healing and the tanking in the expeditions is quite strategic. Considering it's an epic spear, it's not particularly fancy, but then it's not high fantasy. It's more. There's people moaning in the chat. Where are we going? Not there. Oh, hello. Hello there. Yeah, like the musketeer archer dex based stuff's very rangery feeling. I think actually the armour for it is actually called of the Ranger, some of it. So I did a quest yesterday where it was such a tease for me. I did a quest with some hunter tamer guy, and he said you go through the quest, he's trying to work out how to tame the animals, and at the end of it he said pretty soon we'll all be able to tame animals. I was like, no, are they going to bring in a tamer class? That'll be amazing. Okay. Yeah, so I'm hoping that we get a tamer class at some point. Where the hell is the quest? Oh, it's here. Yeah, I think the life staff ice gauntlet is quite good for support. The ice gauntlet, although as I said before, it's very PvP focused in the sense that the crowd control wears off very quickly. Yeah, I was a tamer mage as well. Tamer mage, tamer bard in UO. So I'm hoping that this NPC quest line was teasing that. That would be amazing. Oh, another big dude. Hang on a sec. Oh, we've got to kill elites for the last part of the quest, I think. Oh no, maybe not. I do love the weapon rotations for some of them though. Like the spear is such a acrobatic, cool rotation. Oh, okay, so we can kill these easy mobs relatively. Oh, she seemed to have a rotation that I haven't got. It's like she did like a couple of quick jabs and then she did a interesting. So on top of all the other stuff you can do, you've also got these, which are the story is based around the land that you're in becoming corrupted. You get these corruption portals that you need to do a quest to get the Azov staff to close them, and they're kind of like group things. You can go up there and try and solo it, I guess, but you get quite a lot of tough mobs. I don't think that was a headshot. Yeah, so you got this stuff going on as well. Quite good XP apparently. You get quite a lot of groups. People group up and run around closing the portals because you get quite a lot of XP for it apparently. It is, yeah. It's like it's a real mix of stuff. I think Don before you said you're not keen on the more real worldy kind of aspect. I mean, I like it, but there is a mixture. Like the fantasy's quite low, but you've also got like quite horror themed stuff as well. So yeah, there is a right mix. Can we hit this guy from here? Yes, we can. Go into our stance to get 3 quick shots off. Will the dot kill him? Yes. Nice. Yeah, musket seems to be good single target DPS. If I had the trap skill as well, then we would literally be laughing. Oh dear. Not that time. As you can see, like we just got a got a rare ice gauntlet as well. Yeah, so intelligence focus. So you could definitely do like a support class, be quite interesting. Life staff ice gauntlet. Interesting. Remember to eat some food. Ah, okay, mate, fair enough. Yeah, I like the Kearney. I do. I like the outfits. I like the hats and the whole pirate theme stuff. Maybe it's a British thing. I don't know. We don't want to kill that. I don't like these guys, but that was a hit. Way. Jeez, come on. So yeah, so you got mobs with a crossbow as well, and there are mobs with pistols and stuff. So you kind of would think that they've got a yeah, like a broad weapon base to pull from still for new weapons. Maybe shovels with a coffin on your back, whatever that's supposed to be. That was a headshot. Come on. Wait. Who's that guy? I'm not very as manoeuvrable as I could be because I'm wearing, because I was doing strength based. My armour is currently what they're calling medium, my armour load. Like for dex based, you probably want to be in the light so you can actually roll. You get a damage bonus for being light armour as well. Oh, I was reloading there. That wasn't good news. No. Oh, my first death. Key smoke. Oh well, didn't even get a chance there. Okay, Beckwith, see you later. Take care. Yeah, definitely wasn't paying as much attention as I should have been there. There's a strange thing with the reporting system in the game as well. Although the devs denied it, the game apparently definitely has an auto report suspend thing. So the guy in the chat at the moment, Alky Beast, was saying some stuff that a company didn't like. And it wasn't being abusive, the what I could see. It seemed perfectly just like a reasonable conversation. And the company, which I think was the Black Army of Hungary, they mass reported him and he got banned for it. He said it was a day's ban, but he did appeal it to an Amazon representative who did immediately unban him. But the fact that they've got, and there've been people where some companies have auto petitioned like another company leader, and that company's been banned. That company leader was banned, and then that's had some sort of impact on the company and stuff. So that sort of stuff needs to be sorted out. You can't just have people randomly auto banned because enough people from a company, report them. That's not. You can't see the chat much, so I've just yeah. But that's kind of what happened yesterday. And I was watching the conversation, and this person didn't say anything provocative, so there really was no need for a ban. But the auto ban system means that if enough people report you, you get automatically banned. So they need to deal with that. Oh, the sun's come out here. Am I on a border? Wow. Oh, the mists have been blown away temporarily. That's interesting. I like the way that every zone is quite different environmentally as well. There is a snowy zone which I want to get to. There's a big dude over there. I don't need to kill that though, do I? Hopefully. I'd have a go, but Right, okay, so two more bits of skin. Ugh. The equipment system is a bit like Diablo as well, as you can see. You get mobs just drop random stuff with random stats, so you might not find something you want. You need to repair that. Stuff wears out as well, you need to repair it. Most stuff, so like I've got like a musket there with intelligence. Muskets with intelligence. What the hell will they think of next? I think musket damage does scale off intelligence as well slightly. So, but if you salvage weapons you don't want, an armor, you get repair tokens that you can repair your stuff with when it wears out. I've got quite a lot of stuff wearing out, but I won't worry about it at the moment. Yeah, that might work. This guy was reinstated straight away, so I think the Amazon devs, the Amazon support staff, he said that they were really good and it was pretty quick dealing with a problem. Okay, so I think we've done the quest that we started to do 2 hours ago. We've now done. That's not a bad idea. Punish people for just report spamming to get someone banned. Very, very resistant to piercing damage. These dudes. You do get critical hits. You do more you do more damage. I think when you hit something in the back as well. So if you can stun it and just quickly nip behind it, you will do more damage. It's always interesting. It's always funny when you look at when you watch argument. I don't know if it's worth your time or not, but it's always funny when you get arguments in. Let's cut the top of my head off. When you get arguments in games, I'll just let you look at the speech that comes, the chat that comes up. It's like I don't know, not making any assumptions, but you kind of quite often feel that some of the people are quite young. It's quite funny when you, and again, I don't mean this in a all you daft racist way, but like when you get people like, because most people are talking in English, so when you get someone who's foreign like trying to argue in English, it's quite funny, because all the words are kind of like quite cut down sort of internet speech, I guess, because it's easier for them. Yeah. And I think sometimes it's just like, I mean, I was in a Mortal Online 2 video a little while ago, someone got quite offended when I was talking about PvP players. But, you know, someone who used to be a heavy PvP player myself in Ultra Online, you know, the PvP mentality is different. My mentality was different when I was PvPing back in Ultra Online. And it does, whether you like it or not, it does generally attract people who are a bit more aggressive and a bit more, you know, like bro-ish kind of thing. That's how it is. It's not a... Whoa! Oh, 175? Holy smokes. That's a proper craftable, that one. Bloody hell. Not sure what my gathering is. I've done a lot of gathering. I've done a lot of harvesting. My harvesting is 78, so I need to more than double my harvesting to be able to collect that. The questing stroke levelling bit seems fairly straightforward as well. You go to an area, you just keep unlocking quests. You finish with an area, you move on to a different one. That's Alchemist Rubis. Cool, so we're now a Chronicler. And I can increase my tokens. Oh, I can increase my reputation to level... Is that level 3? Is that one? Okay. Yeah, so you get whatever NPC faction you join, you get faction quests you can do to increase your reputation and to give yourself tokens, and you can buy rewards, equipment. So I can now buy Chronicler stuff. And a lot of people who have kind of gone through the game have said that as you're leveling, rather than having to buy stuff or worry about getting stuff, just use your faction stuff. It's good enough to level with. I'll probably wait, and maybe later on I might do. I'm probably going to have to stop streaming now, guys, unfortunately, because I'm running out of energy and I need to watch my energy. But what I might do is stream again tomorrow, but in the meantime I might put a little mage build together with some of this stuff. And try that tomorrow. So you get PvE quests, but you get PvP quests as well. So I have done some of these actually. It's quite nice because you've got that added jeopardy of someone attacking you. But when you take these quests, you leave town, you're flagged PvP, but you get more rewards for them, you know. So, but you've got to you've got to be prepared to get into a fight if you come across someone who's also flagged PvP. Yeah, UO for me was the best PvP so far. I enjoyed doing these, you know. I mean, I didn't get attacked, luckily, or not, you know, because like on YouTube the PvP combat looks really exciting. I've noticed, so I might do some of it when release comes around. But you get higher rewards. It makes sense. But just doing the PvE quests gives you enough reputation and tokens and stuff to buy equipment. So yeah, and you get daily bonuses as well, which I've used up. So every day this resets to 3 so far. Seems to be the maximum. And the first 3 quests you do, you get enhanced rewards for them. So it kind of encourages you to do it. Thanks, Don. Thanks, Maximus, as well. I'm glad you're enjoying them. I mean, it's kind of like I know that most people on the channel want to watch EverQuest stuff, but yeah, I'm loving New World, so I'm still working out what to play when it goes live. I think because of the I love that musket model, actually. That's really nice. I think because because whatever weapon you're using, there's only a certain amount of skill, so it all becomes quite repetitive. So what I'm thinking about doing is leveling live staff or sword and shield, just because all the combat becomes repetitive after a while, but the expedition combat is quite interesting, a bit more tactical. So I was kind of thinking of going for one of the Holy Trinity classes, so do a bit of tanking or a bit of healing in a dungeon. What I might do for the next stream, so you can see something different, is try out the oh, you get these from these quest rewards as well. I don't open them till I'm in town though, because they only weigh half a kilo or whatever it is. But if you open it, you get a weapon or armor, which means that your weight goes up. So yeah, what I might do for the next video or stream is put together a little magey type build. I haven't levelled fire staff much particularly, but I could do that. Do fire ice, or could do like ice healing or whatever. We'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, yeah, thanks for watching. Much appreciated. I'm sorry about the sound. I'll have to troubleshoot it, but for some reason, when I record a video, you can hear the game sound. When I'm streaming, you can't hear the game sound, even though all the settings are the same for both. So I don't know what's going on there. I'll have to try and work it out. Anyway, thanks.